She asks, which direction is your deck chair facing? Please help me welcome Phyllis May.
Hi. Hi. Just hang on, just talk amongst yourselves. Sorry. Idle chit-chat. My glasses?
Yes.
Are you making fun of him? Is that facetious? Probably was. Okay, well, it's great to see all of you kids here tonight. I know he just told you that I am known as the Fiery Retiree. And you know what? That's trademarked. So don't ever give it a single thought to try to steal that, because it's mine. Now, when they asked me, well, you probably wonder how I got that. Well, that's really not hard to tell. I mean, you can just look at me and see how I exude excitement. That was a natural. They asked me to come and do this, and I honestly, I didn't know what to do. But, you know, most people have a life, and I said, you know, why not? Because I don't have an actual one. But they also tell you to talk about what you have experience in and what you're an expert in. Well, right now, I have experience in getting old. And so I'm happy to kind of help you navigate through that, because I'm probably ahead of most of you as we go. But let's look at it. Getting old is like a lot of things in life. You don't have an opportunity to have second chances. I mean, you know, you have your first marriage, your first child, your first job, and you sort of muddle through it. And it's the same thing with getting old and retiring. You don't really know what to do, but you kind of do it. There's one thing I have found out. Don't worry about old age. It doesn't last. Now, this is the first time I've ever been old. And it kind of snuck up on me. I'm not just another pretty face. I don't like to get my picture taken. I don't take selfies. And I try not to look in the mirror any more than I have to. But it just kind of hit me because I got on the elevator one day with this lady and her precocious little girl. And as we're riding up there, the little girl looked up at me and she said, you know, our teacher said little girls could grow up to be anything they want to be. Why did you decide to be an old lady? She was so cute. But as I look out at you, I realize that most of you are maybe decades away from being able to see that light at the end of your work tunnel. Well, let's just hope that when you get there that you can still see that light. I can. I have my contacts, I have my glasses, and somewhere in here I have my magnifying glass, except that I can't see it. And I still have my original teeth. Now, I put an ad in Match.com once, and the headline said, winning smile and partial memory. And the content said, active grandmother seeks active flosser to be able to share rare steaks, corn on the cob, and caramel candy. I can generally remember Sunday through Wednesday if you can remember Thursday through Saturday. Let's see what we can do. So far I haven't gotten any replies, but who knows, the right person might be right here, right now. But I really am here sort of under false pretenses because, you know, like most people, they have a book, they want to sell it, and they sell it from the stage. All right, well, I do have a new book that he didn't mention, but this is going to knock your socks off, truly. Retirement and Aging for Dummies. Now, it is so chock full of information that, well, it'll take you a while. It is on Kindle. I mean, if you are into ebooks, you can get it there too. But obviously, we don't have time to talk about a lot tonight. But I'm just going to go through a few little tips. Now, I don't call them tips. I call them sparks. Do you get it? Do I need to explain it? All right, spark number 1. Lie. Lie about your age, and it's not what you think I'm going to say. My theory is that when you turn 60, you add 10 years to your age, to what you tell people. For example, I'm 76, but I tell people I'm 86. You should hear. I mean, it does so much. It just warms the cockles of your heart. People go, what? What an inspiration. What is your secret? I want to be just like you. Now, let me tell you one little thing, however. If you do that a couple of times and you don't get that response, you immediately go back to your real life. Because there's nothing that's going to depress you more than you have it backfire. Spark number 2. Get over yourself. Now, nobody gives a rat's posterior about who you were or what you did. And if your whole life has been built on your identity with your job, you are going to be one miserable old person. And let's face it, people don't like old people anyway. And that's not the way you want to be remembered, is it? Spark number 3. This is kind of a touchy thing, but it has to do with the fact that you need to accept the fact that there are some bodily things that are going to change that you have no control over. Just gently, I'll just pick out one. For one thing, your neck and your arms, they just take on a life of their own. And it's got to the point the week before Thanksgiving, I don't even go out. And spark number 4, smile. Smile while you still have teeth. Actually, this can be one of the best times of your life, but it all has to do with your attitude. And Lucy once said to Charlie Brown, you know Charlie Brown on a cruise ship, some people face their deck chairs backwards to see where they've been, and others face their deck chairs forward to see where they're going. Which direction is your deck chair facing? So I say to each of you, on the cruise ship of life, as you think about where you're going, take the advice of the Fiery Retiree. Which direction is your deck chair facing? Go out in a flash. I mean, a flash. I mean, a flash. There's the next time.
Thank you, Phyllis May.